Hello everyone! Thank you for coming out here for the real short box in our very special all ages episode. I'm Donald.
And I'm Kevin.
I'm Jarrett.
What?
Why are you dressed like that?
What's our special all ages episode? I figured we could dress however we wanted.
Yeah, I get that, but that's what you chose to wear?
Well, yeah. I'm Batman.
Can't argue with that. Can I be Spider-Man?
Well, yeah.
Well, if you can't beat him, join him. Yeah, alright! This feels right. Feels good. I feel good.
Yeah.
It's very fluffy.
So, kid-friendly comic books, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid-friendly comics.
Do you mind if I go first?
Please.
All right.
Oh, can you grab your book with those amazing gloves on?
Let me do this Gypsy Rose Lee strip tease with the glove. Really? Ready? And then I'm going to do that one, but I will not take off this mask. I'm sorry. The book I chose that I think is kid-friendly, and I would say we're going 7 and up for this one. My daughter really likes it, and I've grown to love it. It's called Champions. I chose this book because it's kind of like the Avengers for kids right now. And I'm not talking about the young Avengers. I'm talking about like a new team of individual characters. Now, as you can see, it is a lot of familiar looking characters, but trust me, they're not who you think they are. They have these new versions of these old characters, but they're still paying homage to all... It's not like they got... Some of the characters, yes, are gone. Hulk, if you don't know, has been killed in the comic books. Amadeus Cho is now the incredibly awesome Hulk. But it's not like everybody's replacing anybody. For instance, Nova, this is Sam Alexander. This was kind of like a Harley Quinn situation where she started out in the cartoon originally and got so popular they brought her to the comic book. And then you have one of my new favorites, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. She's a Pakistani American, and she was exposed to the Terrigen Mist, and she got immense... super awesome shape-shifting powers, a lot like Plastic Man. In fact, when we were talking about Plastic Man on a podcast...
she's growing in popularity.
She's great. Yeah, she's really great. And they're all just really cool role model-esque characters for kids. So yeah, that's what I got.
Nice.
For kids.
Well, I've got a treat. Let me tell you.
What you got?
I picked up this book on a whim, and it is amazing. It is Decide Your Own Destiny, Grandpa Simpson's Unbelievable Adventures.
Wow. So that's like a choose-your-own-adventure comic book?
It is.
Oh, wow.
It is a choose-your-own-adventure comic book. And I bought it a while ago, and I hadn't read it, and I forgot why I had bought it. I was just like, oh, I have a Grandpa Simpson comic. That's cool. And I forgot I bought it because of that reason. So you check out this book, and it's basically... Grandpa Simpson first starts out in space. And he's like, what? How exactly did I get here? And it says, if you want Grandpa to go to Mars, turn to page 17. To find out how he got here, turn the page. So we turn to page 17. It talks about him on his way to Mars and what happens with him in Mars. Now, a lot of this revolves around turkey sandwiches.
Naturally.
Of course.
Naturally, because Grandpa Simpson loves turkey sandwiches. So
That's why he's still alive.
he keeps talking about turkey sandwiches, and eventually, like if you get to this page, if Grandpa hasn't earned their respect, turn to page 22. If not, turn back to page 2 and start over. So he's fighting like robots and zombies, and like then he's a pirate fighting baseball players for some reason. I don't know.
Hey, question for you.
Yeah.
Is that Andre the Giant in the back?
It's actually not quite. It is. It's DeAndre the Giant.
Ah.
So, yeah, and he's also then, he becomes a pro wrestler, Grandpa Simpson, and he's Glorious Godfrey.
Nice.
In this. And then there's like things to do before I die.
Wow.
The bucket list of an underachieving geriatric.
Wow.
And it's got all kinds of stuff here listed. Really fun book. I highly recommend it for anybody that I would say it's pretty much all ages.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody having an issue with
Even
this
infants?
issue. Even infants. Yeah, you can just lay the book on them, and they can maybe absorb some of that information. But that's it. That's what I brought, and that's. I think we're
On to me.
on to you.
Kevin,
All right.
what do you got?
I got a couple of the old school comics that I grew up with as a kid back in the mid 80s.
Nice.
5, 6 years old. Here we have Thundercats.
Nice. Which have made a comeback too in the comics.
And as you can see, you look at some of the old school.
Aw,
The Care Bears.
growing up is something we
Now,
can
kids,
treasure.
if you ask your parents,
Yeah.
this was pretty cool back in the day. The Care Bears.
They're still Care Bears. Everything that we had, there's like a new version.
Oh,
of it.
really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
They're still Care Bears.
From 1985, if you recall, this is when this came out.
Wow.
And you look at some of the cool advertisements in there.
Planet Terry.
Oh,
Do you remember Planet Terry?
I
Star
remember.
Comics. I remember that.
Yeah.
And what's cool about this particular book, it's similar to the cartoon. If you've seen the cartoon, like the first episode, basically they're on their home planet of Thundera. It has
Oh,
some
man,
kind
are
of...
you sure this is all ages? Look at that.
What?
He just dies.
Well,
he just disappears.
No. He did not die. He just
He
he just went into a different plane
He says,
of existence.
"Farewell, my
No.
Thundercats.
No,
I will be
no,
with
no.
you always."
It's just a transition. It's just a transition.
You know, death is a part of life, kids.
It's
You
not like
shouldn't
that.
fear death.
Look at this. Look, he's holding it, and then it's getting larger,
Yes.
and then
yeah. It's a very
awkward. This is an awkward comic book, Kevin.
How
I
is an
can't
awkward
believe you brought
comic
this
book?
in.
Look, it's a coming of age story. Look, if you like a good coming of age story, you can't go wrong with Thundercats. And then my second book, the first issue of Transformers.
The
comic.
characters created by Michael Bay.
No.
oh.
No. not
Well, they
Michael
came
Bay.
first. That came first.
One of my favorite movies of all times is right there on the cover.
The Last
Starfighter.
Last Starfighter. Oh, yeah.
Just show them the back cover.
Star Wars, the arcade game.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
And if you were just a collector of comics back in the 80s, that ad was on every book. I remember just seeing that all the time.
Here, I think you'd appreciate this cover.
Ooh.
Is that more Transformers?
It's another Transformers.
But with a guest appearance.
Every time Marvel wanted to boost up sales on a comic, they would have Spider-Man guest star. But yeah, Spider-Man, black costume, coming on, fighting Megatron.
I would say if you're into the Transformers and you're a kid, maybe like 10 years and above, probably.
So that'll do it for us, right?
I think so. It's time to put the gauntlet gloves
Yeah, I'm
back
putting
on.
the gloves back on. I'm gonna go fight some crime.
Right.
Um,
And I'm gonna
but
pull
not
the
in
mask
too
down all
violent
the
of a
way.
Yeah.
Batman's ready to go out into the night.
Spider-Man.
I'm gonna pretend to be the web shooter.
You're just gonna take a shower, I think.
Yeah.
No.
So that's the Real Short Box. I'm Jarrett.
I'm Donald.
I'm Kevin. Please remember to support your local comic book shops.
Yes, that's
Yep.
right.
Subscribe.
Check out our podcast.
Our YouTube page.
Our YouTube
There's
page.
links and
Links
stuff
over
somewhere.
there.
I don't know.
Somewhere.
Maybe it's down.
Somewhere.
Who knows?
And we'll see you at the comic shops.